In this short video, I'm going to show you how to add LEMs in Podium to your 3D renderings. This is a quick and easy way to add overall lighting into your interior environment view. The image on the left shows a view without an LEM, and the image on the right shows a view with an LEM. And you can see that it is a much brighter interior view. To create the LEM, I start in SketchUp by copying the floor or the ceiling above the 3D model. And remember, to do that, you're going to click the Move button and then hit Control, and that puts you in the copy mode. Now remember, your floor and your ceiling should be a component, so it should be a quick and easy copy. Remember, I'm hitting the up arrow to go directly up so that it goes directly above my floor and ceiling line. The next step is for us to go to the materials and create a new material. So I'm going to start off in colors. Most ceilings are usually white, so I'm just going to do a basic white on the ceiling. And I'm going to select the white, and then I'm going to create a new material. And I'm going to call that new material Ceiling LEM 1. Now, in order to make this ceiling LEM its own component, I need to triple click on this, or just select it actually. And then I'm going to hit explode. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it this new material that I created. So I'm going to click on my paint bucket, and then I will select both sides. Now, painting it white and calling it a ceiling LEM will not give it light power. This is where you need to go into the Podium properties and select what you just created. So I'm going to hit the eyedropper here, and I'm going to select Ceiling LEM. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to LEM and light power. And then this is where you give this shape light power. And I'm just going to change it to 2. Usually 1 or 2 will give you that overall light illumination throughout the space, where you can still see some of your light fixtures and your omni lights and your spotlights. So I'm going to change the light power to 2. I'm also going to select Hidden here. And what that does is that hides this overall shape so that you don't see it when you go in and start rendering. And then I'm going to hit Apply. And you will see that the shape then just disappeared because I hit Hidden there. Then I'm going to hit Close, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make this a component or make it a group, so it's all grouped together when I move it. And so my next step would be to move this shape into my interior environment. So I'm going to click Move, and then I'm going to hold down my up arrow so that it goes directly down. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring that shape a few inches from my ceiling line. Now you could actually snap to, unhit the up arrow and actually snap to the edge here. And then you could then hit the Move button again and the up arrow and just move it down from that ceiling line about 1/2 inch. So you can see when I clicked on the bedroom scene, you don't see that light at all, but when you go to do your rendering, you will see the illumination throughout the space. So I recommend that you do a quick rendering to make sure that the light levels are not too bright. If the 2 setting was too bright, then you can bring it down to 1 or even 0.5. If it was too dark, then you can obviously make that LEM power brighter, like 3 or 4. But you want to make sure that you can still see your shadows and that you can still see some of the illumination coming out of your light fixtures. Another thing that I would say is that if you're adding like recessed downlighting, like actually putting the block into the ceiling, that is like the recessed can, you can not put any light in those and then just you can add the light, the component in there, but then just do the LEM for the overall lighting. So I hope that's helpful. Remember that when you are doing your final rendering for your projects, it's always best in settings when you're doing and just checking the light levels to just do that on the default. But when you have the light levels correct, you're ready to put the final rendering on your board. Make sure you come up and choose the exterior default, or not exterior default, the exterior high setting or interior bright high setting, so that we get the highest quality rendering for the one that you're putting on your board. Now, also remember that this is going to take it's going to take a lot longer to render when you go to these higher settings of fine or high. But, that's the last rendering that you're going to do before you put it on the board, and you'll notice that it has a very high quality. Right, I hope that was helpful to add overall lighting to your renderings for your projects.